It is Monday, so that means it is Movie Monday with Brad. I'm going to be talking about a bunch of movies that I've watched in the past couple weeks that just something I want to change up a little bit for the channel. It's going to be trial and error. It's going to be unedited. We'll see how this goes. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's go and do it. So, first film is going to be Moonrise Kingdom, Wes Anderson film that was directed in 2012. It's just a really fun and entertaining comedy film that has a lot to say with the whole fantasy realm of just being in love. And it's simple to its core, but it also is deep at the same time. It's carried by a cast of Edward Norton, Bruce Willis, Frances McDormand, Tilda Swinton, and many others in the film, but it's really focused on these two 12-year-olds who had no acting experience whatsoever, and they are just perfectly casted in this film. They have so much charm, they have so much wit, and they have such a likability about them that makes them so compatible with each other throughout the whole film. Their chemistry on screen is absolutely fantastic, but it can't go out without saying that the screenplay is just awesome. The writing is just fantastic, just like every Wes Anderson film that I've personally seen. He is just a fantastic writer, and his directing is phenomenal. The fact that he has so much precision, just like Stanley Kubrick, on every shot he wants to do, and he's so meticulous in how he curates these shots, and they're just so pretty much symmetrical. Like, they just look so good to watch on screen. If you watch this between any other mediocre film, you just see the changes. You know there's just something different about how it's directed because it stands out so well. The use of color is excellent as well, and all the Wes Anderson films that I've seen, it really pops out, and it just adds so much style and flavor to how he directs his movies. It's just really enjoyable, and it's just so great, and it's something I really want to watch many more times because I really enjoy it. I probably give it 8 out of 10. I wish they kind of got into more social services aspect. I kind of wish that was brought in a little bit more. It felt like it was in there, but then it was not at the same time. And I wish some of the more dramatic moments were pushed a little bit further. I know it kind of relied on this coming of age comedy aspect, but I just wanted a little bit more of the dramatic moments because I was becoming really attached to these well-developed characters. So now, the next film is The Truman Show. I can't believe I've never seen a Truman Show before. This film is excellent. Jim Carrey goes in a different style this time. He's known for doing The Mask, Ace Ventura, The Cable Guy, where he's just over-the-top, silly, funny guy, but now he's kind of honed down in this film, and it's just in this awesome, interesting story about what happens if we just have a kid that has nothing going on for his life. We throw him in a reality show, and everyone around him is an extra or an actor, and he's never known someone who's actually true. And it's insane to think that your whole life is a lie. But that has these cool deep themes about realism or the existence of life and religion and the idea of reality TV show. It's just so cool, and something I've never really seen before. The film doesn't really get too dark. It is a PG film, but I think the tone always stays lighthearted, and it seems fun, and it just seems really energetic, and it just has a really nice story with really great acting, and I think this is a film that everyone needs to see. I can't believe I waited so long in my life to not see The Truman Show. I feel just so left out. I just wish that some of the elements of the story were kind of explained a little bit, but they really do an awesome job explaining how this would even work with 24/7 programming, how they fit ads in there, how would people even watch this, who the fans are. It just creates its own world for itself, and I think it just has that level of detail that can't go unnoticed. 9 out of 10 for me. The next film on this list is Collateral. It is a underrated neo-noir action thriller with Jamie Foxx and Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise plays a very different role than he normally does, and I don't want to get into what his role is because I want people to just watch the film for what it is. And same with Jamie Foxx. Tom Cruise is very different from what he normally plays, especially in all the scenes that he's in, and he is just fantastic. It has so many awesome action scenes that are perfection to what Michael Mann wanted to do. As I was watching the bonus features, and some of the way he shot this was just insane, the level of detail he wanted to create in this film. It has a really interesting story that kind of goes all over the place, but it never feels messy at all. It always feels concentrated on these characters and always feels focused and always has a great pacing to it. And I think that's why I really enjoy it. Nothing crazy, no crazy subplots here going on, but it's just so enjoyable. It has its own flair with the cinematography that's just kind of like degrading of the color, but at the same time the color's still there. I don't really know how to explain it, but when you see it, you know there's like a different look to it. I wished I got a 4K. I think it would really be exploited so much better in that. This film is just really highly unrated. It's suspenseful. It has tons of action, and it just really gets on your nerves a little bit as you keep going. So, Collateral, 8 out of 10. The last thing I want to talk about is Dave Chappelle's special 846. Obviously, it's about George Floyd and the passing away of George Floyd that was completely unjustified and cruel and just absolutely terrible. And there's been a rise of peaceful protests and the rise of the Black Lives Matter movement and many changes that have been going on within the system and tons of law changes. But Dave Chappelle actually spoke about this, which I thought was really interesting, that, you know, he offered a more celebrity side to it rather than just, you know, just saying what everyone else is saying. But at the same time, it wasn't celebrity because he gets into how he isn't doing it at the same time. The first 5 to 7 minutes are a little slow, and it has people settling in to how the show is going to go, and Dave Chappelle kind of talking to other people. But once he starts going to it, it is absolutely life-changing. I was struck to the nerve of things that he was saying, the analogies, the stories, and they all connected together. And he just had a punch to every line. Sure, he had some hilarious jokes that just made me spit out my drink in full laughter. Of course, it's the typical Dave Chappelle stuff that we expect. But it has a lot of this strong social commentary that I haven't personally seen Dave Chappelle go this deep and this far into. And it was entertaining. But most of all, it was important, and it felt like it was something truly needed to be said. Dave Chappelle is one of my favorite comedians, and he just keeps continuing to prove why I think he's overall a great person beside his awesome and really witty writing that he has for his jokes and for a lot of the specials that he puts on. So those are all the films and specials that I watched last week. Hopefully I could do this again and get a positive reception from everybody, and I can talk about some more other films and maybe make this video a bit longer. I don't know. I'm just going for trial and error here. So I hope you guys really like this style, and just continue to comment positive, negative, or just critique me or whatever you guys want to do. All those comments really do help, and I have been listening to you guys, and I want to do something that is just doing it for you guys and just be entertained at the same time. I may not be perfect, and that's going to show, because if I was perfect, I would have like 5 million subscribers. So I have a lot of work to do. I'm getting better, and hopefully this proves I'm getting better for you guys, and hopefully you guys like the new variety of content that's coming your way. So if you please could just like and share the video, that would be awesome. And please subscribe if you haven't already. It really means a lot to all the people who have subscribed and liked all my videos. You guys have been truly amazing. I can't not talk about how much I appreciate you guys. You guys have been really watching my videos in these past couple ones I did. Maybe just because I'm listening to you guys, or and maybe you guys have just helped me out, and maybe I'm using my talents for good. So thank you as always, and I'll see you guys in the next video.